Hello, beautiful people. You are watching Afrovibes TV. I'm your host, Luna, and this is The Current. Today, I've got a very special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Treluv.
Mhm.
I am a music artist in Houston, Texas, and I do a whole bunch of other little things as well. Uh, I engineer. I also draw, so I'm an artist as well. I'm a producer. I make beats. What else?
Kind of a jack of all trades. You did a little bit of everything.
A videographer sometimes. More of a photographer, but yeah. I take things into my own hands sometimes.
Nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that.
how are you?
I'm doing really good. It's my first show, so feeling very blessed, very, very excited.
Mhm.
And thank you for being one of my first guests.
You're welcome. I wouldn't want it any other way with any other person.
So let's kind of dive into your music a little bit.
All righty. Here. Just want to talk about.
So tell us a little bit about your music. Like, what genre would you consider it?
More of a hip hop R&B type deal, but it's uh it's from my point of view, my life, everything that I've been through, and my own depiction of life, love. I feel like everybody got their own definitions of love, and what they grew up around became their definition of love and whatnot. So I don't think there's a specific one, but um, that's what draws me to it. Like it's captivating. It's a lot of forms that love can come in. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
I love that. That's so nice. Okay, so take us back a little bit so we can get a little bit of a backstory.
Okay. Which one? No, like how I started, how this even happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
What even got you into music to
Uh,
start with?
you know, My sister actually discovered that, I was singing on my Nintendo DS.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, she showed it to my parents, and
She exposed you.
yeah. But they were like, it's good. And this was around the same time I came back with an opportunity to perform at the middle school pop show. And
Wow.
I told my parents I wanted to do it. They didn't really believe that, I could, do a little something, but it eventually turned out well, and it definitely pushed me down the rabbit hole that I am in today. So
Oh my goodness.
enjoy it, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So your sister pretty much helped you get your start.
Uh, well, yeah, she kind of
Shout out to your sister.
she showed people the proof for sure, for sure. But I mean, I get many inspirations from those car rides with my parents, my mom and my dad. Um, they had different outlooks on music, different genres. My dad was always listening to some heavy rap, but sometimes he'll sneak some Jodeci in there. You know what I'm saying?
He has good music taste. We love to hear that.
Right. My mom was a little more on the other spectrum. She knew some rap, but like she loved the R&B, so she loved Neo, Usher,
Ooh,
um,
staples.
you
Some
know,
very big staples.
and even kind of gave me some of my favorite songs from people who were both actors and artists as well, like Omarion, Marcus Houston. And during that time, I really took a liking in that take, and I wanted to be an actor at one point, so it was like acting and doing this. So I was in the theater and choir at the same time.
Okay, so all of the arts.
Yeah.
An
So
artist in every form.
right. So it became my day-to-day lifestyle.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I'm here now. Yeah.
Okay. Staying kind of on the track about your music.
Mhm.
Tell us kind of what does music mean to you personally?
Um, it's an outlet for me. I feel like as men, we're always looked at to have just be a brick wall, just be a stone wall, be strong.
Be strong.
You don't
Be
really
hard.
you don't really got time to be in your emotions and whatnot like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Yeah.
throughout my life, learning that, but then also wanting to do music, music became my outlet.
Mhm.
Girls grow up being able to write in a diary and everything like that,
Okay.
and guys really internalize everything
That
and
is a
go through
great
their,
analogy.
go through their own stuff. So I feel like that's what became that difference and allows my music to relate to a lot of guys who are going through the same stuff that I've been going through, currently, past, and even future stuff, like wanting, the same type of stuff, wanting stability, wanting someone to love, you know what I'm saying? So it's uh it's been very therapeutic.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it's been beautiful. It's come with a lot of trials and tribulations. I go through writer's block, uh, beat block. It's like sometimes the wheels don't always turn.
So, speaking on that,
Mm.
what do you do to kind of combat that when you're having a little bit of writer's block?
Um, I push my focus somewhere else.
Okay.
Uh, it's not always about the music. You know, especially as me being an artist, you kind of have to have your head in different places all at the same time. Uh, I'm independent, so it's like I got to be the one, you know, getting my music videos and visuals together and all of that. It's not only just making music. I got to get money, so I have to engineer at times. So it does get a lot, and I'm around music all the time. But uh, anything that somebody says to me, or you know, their actions around me or anything could be inspiration for another song. So um, I take my days seriously and one step at a time.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
yeah,
I love that.
yeah, yeah.
So,
hmm
are you working on anything new?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, for a start, I started off the year with a single called "Over It,"
Okay.
and it was like real deep. It's a deep cut. It's very personal. Things that I actually went through.
What is it? If you don't mind me asking, I know it's personal, but what is it about?
It's just I spent some time working out of state, out of from Houston.
Yeah.
So where I was, and at that time, I I was going through writer's block. I was out there. I have all my equipment. I don't need
So
it.
you were traveling with all your
Yeah, yeah,
music equipment as well?
yeah, yeah. So
Wow.
I was trying every day to, come up with something, and it just wasn't going. And I figured that I just needed to go through that time
Mm.
and really let the story develop. And whenever it came time and I processed everything, and it was getting towards the end of that time of me having to be out of state for so long, um, it just clicked. And that was the song that, popped up to me and was like, yeah, like, go ahead. Like, this is your music is letting people in. The one thing that I have a hard time doing is talking.
Well, we can't tell. No, you're doing a great
But
job.
like just talking to people in general about like me
Yeah.
per se. I feel like I'm always asking about other people. And I feel like I can talk about me and my emotions and all that type of stuff in music form.
Right.
So um, yeah, that's where it put me. And I was able to talk about all the troubles I was going through, all the worries and everything like that. And I was able to put it into a song, and it went well. It went well. So
Sounds like it. Definitely sounds like it went real well.
yeah, it went well. So I'm trying to keep that momentum up.
Absolutely.
Talk about like some meaningful stuff, but also uh, still keep that momentum going. And I kind of want to switch it up and go with more of a up-tempo vibe. And so I have a single coming out called Out of Pocket.
Uh-oh.
What is it? The 24th. Yeah,
The 24th, y'all hear this
it's a
first.
little more. It's a little more lit. We picked up the pace, and it's a good start. It's a good icebreaker to start letting everything in about the new Trey, about uh, this new way of living. I'm not perfect, but uh, I'm learning.
Yeah, as we all are, definitely. Okay. Well, we're ready for the new music.
Yeah,
Tell us your Instagram so we can follow you.
it's I am Treluv. You can follow me on there. TikTok is I am Treluv as well.
I am Treluv across all the platforms.
Nah, not all the platforms, but
Okay.
mainly that, but
So those are two singles, right? Are you planning an album anytime soon?
yeah, it's in the works, but
Okay,
we're not
okay.
quite there yet.
Okay,
We're
fair enough, fair
we're
enough.
not quite there yet, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna have a lot of beautiful music, uh, a lot of things that I'm currently going through and learning.
Okay.
So I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying the process, the fact that I'm taking more risk and taking these things into my hands,
Yes.
and taking control of what I want, and if I want it, that means I need to put in that work. So
Absolutely.
I'm putting in the work right now. So
Bringing things to fruition. We love to see it.
yes, ma'am.
We love to see it. That is so nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully, all of y'all go and tune in and enjoy what I have to offer, and for my time, for my time.
Sure. For sure.
So yeah, that's pretty much all the spill right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much all the spill. Like as far as music talks and everything, uh, but I want to start taking more risks, and
Do you see yourself doing anything outside of music?
uh,
Or is that the main
yeah,
thing?
no, like that's where I'm getting to with risk. I
Okay.
want to do a little bit more. Uh, maybe might take a step into the acting. You never know.
What?
Might need to go audition for a
Uh-oh.
couple little commercials or something. Just get my feet wet, see how I
It
do.
will also help with your stage presence.
Oh yeah.
So when you're out there performing on those shows,
Yeah,
if you put yourself out there doing some commercials, you'll be comfortable.
for sure. Yeah, I just don't want to get nervous. Sometimes I get nervous just a little bit.
Okay.
Just a
Me
little
too.
bit.
Don't tell nobody.
I can't even tell.
Hey, you have a great personality, so it's easy to talk to you.
Hey,
Definitely. Okay. Well, we're getting close to that time. I'm going to cut you off right here. We're going to go ahead and go to commercial break, but we'll be back in a few. Y'all stay tuned. And we're back. So I've got Trey Love here with me. We kind of touched on music the first half, but I kind of want to shift gears a little bit. So I know that you get inspiration for music through, I'm sure, different avenues.
Yeah.
But I would assume one of those avenues would be relationships, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind, I want to play a little game with you.
Okay.
Uh, You ever heard of the game Love, Marry, Kill?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna play that game.
Okay.
Um, would you love, marry, kill J Lo, Selena Gomez,
Hmm.
and Halle Bailey?
Name them again.
J Lo,
Hmm.
Selena Gomez, and Halle Bailey.
J-Lo, Selena Gomez, and Halle Bailey. What are these options?
It's just first things that pops into my mind.
Okay, you said
All of
Love,
them.
Marry, Kill?
And I mean, Selena Gomez just, released the album. J Lo's out touring. Haley's been cooking some stuff up. So, just,
I mean, you
they're
could have
relevant
gave me,
in the industry right now.
for sure, you could have gave me a little more melanin in there, but I'll pick through.
It's a variety.
I mean,
Okay. How about this?
Mm,
J Lo,
mm,
Tiana Taylor,
mm,
Halle Bailey.
mm. I mean, Love, Marry, Kill. You said.
Mm-hmm.
Love, Marry, Kill. I'll probably love J-Lo.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
Probably love J-Lo.
Uh-oh.
I'll marry Tiana for sure.
Okay.
For sure. And then we're gonna get Halle Bailey.
What? Not Halle.
Yeah.
Not Halle.
Yeah.
Not Halle.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's how I'm feeling. I don't know.
Can I ask why? Like, what? Can you explain your answers a little bit? Give us a little bit more.
I mean, J-Lo, she been in the game for a little while. I know she's, it's occasionally. She's still rocking. She 50.
She does. She looks
She's still,
real good. Real
so,
good. 50 where?
Yeah.
It's giving 35.
I feel like that's good love. I feel like that's good love.
She can teach you something.
You got 50 years
Teach
of learning.
something.
You got 50 years of learning. So I'm definitely thinking that.
Okay, fair enough.
Tiana,
I mean,
Mary, she's a little bit younger. She be dancing.
Mhm.
You see J-Lo,
Mhm.
she was dancing.
Mm-hmm.
So, boom, bam.
Oh, you already know what you're going to. Yeah.
Longevity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'm killing Halle. I just, no disrespect. That's not my street.
That's not your type. Okay.
No, yeah, this is not my street love.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
I know you get real vulnerable
Mm-hmm.
with your music,
Mm-hmm.
but are you that same, or do you show that same vulnerability in relationships as well? And like, where do you stand? Follow-up question.
Mhm.
Where do you stand as far as men being vulnerable with women?
I mean,
I know that's a hard one. That's a heavy one.
okay. Let me start with the first question.
Mhm.
That
Are you vulnerable in relationships?
right. Yes and no. Yes, because I feel like just in general, females kind of feel like you trying to communicate with them is just, more on the feminine side sometimes.
Not all girls feel that way.
Yeah.
Not
but
all. Don't put us all in the same bracket. Not all girls feel that way.
But I mean, for the most part, like.
But I do understand what you're saying.
I feel like if I had a problem, a girl in a relationship with me, wouldn't really care that much. You know what I'm saying? So if I brought up a problem that I was having with you, you would be like, okay, whatever, right?
Hmm.
But if you got a problem with me, then it starts being an end of the world situation. Like an end of our world situation. You feel me? And I feel like in relationships, it can get like that, you know.
I could see why you say that,
You know, so
but that's not for everybody.
I feel like the female's feelings are priority compared to the male's feelings. You know,
Yeah,
me in
yeah.
a relationship, if I didn't like the way you put that cup down, I would be, I would, I
Now,
wouldn't.
that's OD,
I'm
right?
just saying.
That's OD.
I'm just giving a, you know, just like,
For example, right?
for example, if you just put that cup down hard and I ain't like it and I don't say nothing, it's because I'd rather just shut up and not say anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And rather keep the peace.
Okay.
If I set the cup down hard and you looked at me and had a problem with it and said something, then we gotta talk about the problem. Then we gotta go into it. So it's a lot. I just feel like it carries a lot more weight whenever
Like a girl,
you as a
yeah,
female
yeah.
come to me about a problem and it's like, this is the problem right now.
Yeah.
And I could be like, well, you did this and I didn't even bring it up when you did this, but it pissed me off to, you know, so it just feels like, you know, there's more weight to one side. And I feel like in my music, it's like, hold on, brother, you're not the only one going through
that. Well, I have to agree and disagree with you. I think I do agree in the sense of men should definitely be able to be as vulnerable as women and be able to speak their minds, because that goes to show clear cut communication, and everybody needs to be able to communicate their feelings and deserves the right to do so. But I disagree in the sense of it like being so one-sided.
It's not as,
I feel like it's more, I feel like it's almost natural, because as women we just are more sensitive, we're more feeling creatures, we're more, creative, kind of, not, I don't mean to say creative, but like, more emotional beings, whereas men are more logical beings. Y'all just naturally kind of fall into that role of thinking things out and being more strategic, whereas we go based off our emotion and intuition. Y'all need receipts, y'all need to see it. It needs to make sense. If it don't make sense, it don't make money, you know?
Right.
So
me and my head, I kind of put it in the ballpark of we are human beings.
Fair.
And as human beings, we have emotions. And we got a men's mental awareness month, you know?
Okay.
So it hurts just as much.
Yeah.
You know, we just gotta we got that stigma on us where we gotta kind of just be like, okay, fuck it. Like, or just internalize that, because I mean, it's not all the time you go, you know.
That's fair, but I feel like that also plays into communication. Don't be scared to communicate how you're feeling. Don't be scared to communicate what's on your mind. Yeah. Like, communication is the way that you break through those barriers.
Yeah, but you gotta learn how to say it, because I feel like in experience, I feel like I've tried to communicate with someone and they've taken that as me being in feminine energy or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And then that right there becomes a problem, because it's like, as a man, I had to come to you and kind of tell you this.
Yeah.
And for you to just dismiss me like that, it made me really not want to give, nothing. It doesn't make me want to feel for you whenever you feel some type of way about me. It's like you disregarded how I was feeling. And even though it could be, when women are way more emotional creatures than men, but I feel like that's what we've been taught to believe. I feel like it's taught. I feel like we're all human beings and we should all be able to understand that, life is life. And life is like, one thing I seen this analogy. It was a gym analogy. It was three people standing in a line. There was one that was super buff. There was one that was not so buff, not so fat, just right in the middle, and then there was one that was fat. And it's like you could be that one in the middle, or you could be that person at the beginning, but we all have to start somewhere.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where you
It
start.
doesn't matter where you start, you can get there. But when people are looking at you like, damn, I want to get there. You could be in the gym not liking how you look or how you feel, and it's somebody right next to you in that gym that wants to look and be in your shoes and be like, damn, like I can't wait till I get to that point. So like I feel like as humans we all have our problems. We all are going through some shit, and we look at other people on social media and all this and be like, damn, I want to be like that. But
Or or start kind of formulating opinions based off of what's put out there.
yeah, what's like in the physical,
Yeah.
not really learning.
That's fair. That is fair. That's something we got to work on all together.
Mm. Well, I think it's just a human thing. I feel like
For sure.
We all start somewhere. We all start at the same point. We started at the womb. I started at the womb. Everybody started right there at the womb. So no matter how we look at it, we all kind of in the same position, living this,
you just kind of
living this life in this physical world, and we have to understand like it's tough for everybody.
Absolutely.
So,
You're gonna have to be appreciative of the lot that you've been given.
facts.
Water your own garden, whatever you choose to believe in or say. The grass ain't always greener, but yeah, very true. Very, very true.
Yeah. So that's my kind of thoughts on that. That's my thoughts on relationships and everything. And then
Okay, one last question.
okay,
If you could give a piece of advice to both the female and the male viewers, what would that piece of advice be? So a piece of advice for our male viewers and a piece of advice for our female viewers regarding relationships.
all in one.
If you could do it all in one, but separate.
Separate.
For the girls, what would you recommend in relationships?
This is it. It's only one.
It's only one? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's only one, and that's communication. And the right type of communication. If you act out of emotion, take your time to understand your emotions first,
Right.
and then act upon it. 7 seconds can change your life.
Yeah, that is true.
Uh,
Very true.
it's a lot of people that I know who are missing out on time because of those decisions. So
Communication is key.
yeah, communicate, think it through, and hey, do what you got to do.
And what would you say to the people that what would you say to the people that are learning to communicate? That may not have all of the perfect skills to communicate exactly how they're feeling. Just a little piece of advice.
Practice.
Practice. Yeah, practice makes perfect. That is true.
Try. You can't say that you've communicated if you haven't tried. You can't say you can't do nothing if you ain't tried. So at least try to talk. At least do something. Go to somebody.
Yeah.
If they can't hear you,
Find somebody that will.
Go somebody that will.
Absolutely. Excellent advice, by the way. All right. Well, we're coming to the end of the show. It has been an honor and a privilege having you on this show.
It's been amazing.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
One last time. Instagram. Plug
You
them.
can follow me at I am Treluv on Instagram, and also TikTok. I'll be posting a lot of cool music on there as well. Tap
Excellent.
in. Thank you for the hospitality.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to do this again soon.
Thanks.
All right, beautiful people. That's all the time we have. My name is Luna. This is Afrovibes TV, and this was The Current. Tune in next time.